Today, I'm going to try to draw a robot owl. Would you like to draw a robot owl with me? Ah, look at this. Oh no, hold on. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club. Today, I'm drawing a robot owl. This is a robot elephant that I drew, and this is a robot bird that I drew a while ago. Man, I love these things. And when you draw an animal and you try to make it look like a robot, you put these little rivets in there and make these little faceted surfaces, and it starts to really look like a robot. And today, I'm going to try to draw a robot owl. I sketched it out a little bit, so I'm going to just try to show you how I do this. And owls are fun to draw. They're kind of easy to draw. You make this kind of cool looking V shapes and these little, I don't have to explain it, but hold on a second. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Let me go into my smaller picture-in-picture. But I'd love it if you would draw an owl with me, and we'll turn it into a robot. I did a quick sketch of my owl so I can kind of really understand it, because every time I go with just the flow and I just try to do it right here live, I'm talking and I'm distracted. And what's up, Sarah Jackson? Welcome to the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club. Today I'm drawing a robot owl. Yeah, I'll show you again. I started the video where I showed these things. Look at this robot elephant that I drew. Oh man, I use colored pencils. I'm gonna use colored pencils today, and I'm gonna use a pencil, and I'm gonna use some fine liners and stuff like that. What's up, Stella? Yeah, big owl. Woof. If you like owls, I love owls. I was upstate yesterday cutting paper and getting the books ready. I'm almost ready to send a lot more books out. This is I'll tell you about that later, but I'm gonna try to draw an owl, and I'm gonna try to make it look robotic. My voice is shot right now. I had a little congestion, and I'm gonna be sniffly a little. Sorry about that, but look at this owl I sketched out. So let's do it. Let's draw an owl. If you don't want to draw an owl, just draw a bird. Make it look like a robot. Maybe I'll keep this guy over here so you can kind of see it. Look at this cool looking bird. I don't know what kind of bird this is. A totally made up imaginative bird that I tried to turn into like a robot. Oh man, it's fun to do. Anyways, let's try it. So to make an owl, I'm going to go with a black marker on top now, because I kind of penciled this. You can pencil out if you want to do pencils first, but you can just go right into the markers if you want. But I'm just going to show you how I did it. So I kind of blocked out my owl, tried to make him very like sinister and like serious. So what I did is I made like a really like long, so very wide looking V shape, but I didn't go all the way to the V. So I just made these two lines kind of on angles like that. So if you want to draw along with me, let's do it. All right, so hold on, let me just do this for a second. I gotta fix my window. After you do that, I'm gonna make the big eyes for the owl. So I'm gonna make a giant eye like this, and I did the pencil already. So I kind of have what I want to do, but you don't have to. You can go right to the marker, but if you want to use a pencil, that's not a bad idea. And then I'm going to do another one over here. I'm not going to really concern myself if they're the same. To make it look robotic, because that's what I want to do, I want to make a robot owl, I'm going to take a thinner marker, and I'm going to draw another line like this. I'm kind of making his eyes like mechanical almost. Like that. You see what I did? And then I'm going to make this one like this. And I'm going around my sketch. If you want to pencil out your ideas first with pencil, it's not a bad idea to do, but I did that already, so now I'm going right into the marker. And now I'm going to draw a smaller circle to make the eyeball, but I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to make this kind of two-line thing. I want to make this robotic owl, so I'm doing this. And then I'm going to color in, here, I'll use this one. I'm going to color in the center part black to make the eyeball. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to yet. If you're not ready to color in, you don't have to color in just yet, but you can if you want to, because it's fun to do. And just by making this, these angles and these circle eyes, it already starts to look like an owl, even if you don't see this stuff. I like to, for owls, I like to draw the eyes sort of in the beginning. The body is not easy to do, especially when you're trying to make it look robotic, like I'm doing with this guy over there. I'm going to use grays and light colors to kind of build it with a colored pencil. And now what I'm going to do, because I want this to look robotic, I'm gonna play up. So I kind of sketched out some like arcs over here and some other lines. I want to make I don't know what this is, like the eyebrows into the head, like all very mechanical. So I'm gonna give this thickness as well. And I'm trying to make it like structural, like structural owl. And then I'm gonna do like kind of bumps like this, and then I'm gonna put little dots like this. I don't know if you're picking this up on the camera, but when you do little dots like this, it starts to look like little rivets in the metal pieces of the robot. You see? It's gonna look like a robot eventually. I mean, look at this elephant that I drew. Look at this guy. I love him. These little lines over here, these little subtle like lines that are coming underneath his ear, that makes it look like a robot. At least I think it makes it look like a robot. And I like robots. So I should zoom in a little bit. Hold on, I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see the rivets that I'm doing. Look at this robot owl. Oh man, I hope you guys are having a good day so far. And welcome to the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club. Today we're drawing robot owls. Oh man, I put this over here like this so you can kind of, if someone's just joining, they can know what we're drawing. I'll put this over here like this. Bear with me. I zoomed in. Robot owl. Oh, look at this guy. And then you just do these like little dots. It gives it like a kind of mechanical look. And when we start putting like light grays and light blues and yellow colors into the coloring of this owl, it's gonna really start to look like a robot. And you see the wings, I have sort of blocked out this kind of like, it's like metal, like cladding. That's what I'm trying to do. So now I'm gonna take this guy, I'm gonna make his head go down off of the eyeball like that, and then come over there. And then this one is gonna go like this, and come over there. And then for the nose, an owl's nose is pretty much like a upside down triangle. And then I'm trying to figure out how to make this mechanical. And like I said, like just all those little facets. So I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna have it go down, and then I'm gonna have it have some dimension. I'm not drawing like three-dimensional necessarily, but I want it to be like, I want it to have like some structure so that it kind of has like this robotic look to it. Okay, so now with the wings, I'm gonna start doing like all these cool like triangular shapes. I kind of blocked them out, so I'm just basically making like a wing. Oh, a normal wing for an owl would be like a nice curved line, but with this, I'm gonna do stuff like this. I'm gonna make it like straight, and then come over there like this, and then come over there like that, and then like that, and then like this. So I'm trying to make it look like it's made out of metal, like he's fabricated out of a piece of metal or something, because I think it's kind of cool to do. And then I'll have this go over here. And then I kind of just drew some lines with a pencil, just made like some triangle lines, just to give like some shapes, because I'm gonna make them all like in different shades of gray, like they're reflecting light, and I'm gonna make him look like a robot. And then I'm having him on this is not a stick, this is like a metal branch of some sort, and that's gonna go all the way through the wing like this, and it's gonna go here, and these are his, I think they're called talons, his little paws, little feet, and I'm not sure how to do those yet. I tried to do those before I went on live, but I didn't figure out how to draw the talons. But I'm gonna do this. Look, I'm gonna make this go like that. So that's like this is like a metal bar that the owl is sitting on. I wanted to give him a face, like a little smiley face, but I don't think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to keep him very serious. Now, I haven't figured out how to basically connect his body, but whenever you see online, they always draw these like little, this kind of thing in the owl to give him like the feathering stuff. But I want to make it like metal-like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like these triangular things like this. And I'm going to have them go over each other like that. And it's going to go like this. So I'm making like basically just V shapes. And I'm having them go over each other, and then I'm having them overlap. And I'm not sure. They're going to take different angles. So they're gonna go in all different directions, and then maybe I'll have this one go down like this. And I'm just trying to give the body of the owl some cool stuff. Hey, what's up, Winnie? I hope you like drawing owls. And then I also want to give him like this sort of like control panel, like a Darth Vader control panel on his stomach, like with buttons. So like this will be like this, and then I guess I'm gonna do a little three-dimensional to give it like a real robotic look. And then I'm gonna have like button, a little button, some buttons over there. Like his gadget, his owl gadget. It's fun to do. You should do it. What's up, Winnie? How you doing? I remember Winnie from one of those school trips. So here you go. You're gonna do this, and we're gonna make the wing go down. And it's just like try to make like a, I don't know. Last week I told you guys, if you were here last week, I said I was going to draw a robot. I did say, I think I remember now, I said I was going to do watercolor, and I didn't bring no watercolors. I'm sorry. If you brought watercolors because you remembered I said that, I'm sorry. You can do watercolor if you want. I'm going to do colored pencils with this thing. So I'm going to make his head kind of like this. Sort of like a snow owl version of like a half snow owl and half not snow owl. And now I'm going to just start making new pieces on the wing. Like I'm gonna give him like these cool looking wings. Oh, and I have a funny owl story that I'm gonna tell you in a little while. I probably told you that. Oh man, Angry Birds. Yeah, I know. It looks a little like Angry Birds. I don't have rights for that, but don't get mad at me, the Angry Bird people. If they get mad at me for doing this, I'm not trying to draw an Angry Bird. I'm trying to draw a robot owl. And I'm just kind of giving him a cool face. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get like some color, like I'll start with some light color yellow just to get some color in there, and then I'll probably switch it to like a blue to get some cool color, and then I'll go in with like grays, like with the gray markers, and I'll do like this kind of stuff to give him like metallic sheen. I really want him to look like a robot, and that's kind of the secret to doing it, like to create this sort of frenzied look with gray and light, cool colors, because he's metal. Metal will be like blues and even greens, and you can do a little bit of reds and some peach colors just to kind of, I'll show you what I mean. So if you just start seeing like, see how it's, maybe it's going to look like a gray owl, but to me it's going to look like a robot owl because I'm going to do things with like rivets and stuff like that. And like little plugs and bolts and stuff. So now I'm going to try to draw his talons, and I'm just going to make these like loopy loop things that kind of go underneath go wrap around the metal bar. This is not a stick. He's not sitting on a branch. He's sitting on a metal bar. I don't know what to name this guy. I'm open for names. I love when you guys help me come up with a name for my robot owl. Now I have to figure out how this will work. So that is his body. You love him? I love this guy. And now I'm going to just sit here and try to figure out how to make this look like a robot. I'm looking at it on the screen. Yeah, I think it's a cool drawing. Hope you like it. I'm going to really start coloring in all around the owl. Like some yellow colors, and I'm going to give him some gray. Oh, and I can show you something in a little while. I'll show you something. Look at this. Let me show you now. I started this a couple weeks ago, and I finally finished it. I put it in a frame. This is what I did a couple weeks ago at the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club. I started writing this word. I think I wrote this in the... Oh, no, wait, I didn't do this one. I think I did this one. Look, I did two of them. Peace and love. I'm getting ready for the art sale. Owie. Oh, I like that. Owie the Owl. That's a cool name. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Anyway, look at these things. I made these. I'm making a whole bunch of these. I drew it by hand. I put them in a frame. There's nice frames from IKEA. So I'm probably gonna sell those in my art sale. I'm gonna have an art sale on June 21st. I didn't put it up on the site yet, but I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I want to see what this guy looks like. Oh, man, Owie the Owl. I like that. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Maybe I was gonna say Howie. I don't remember, but I like that. Owie the Owl. Man, I gotta figure out how to make this guy look more robotic. He's not looking super robotic to me. I want this robot owl to look like a robot, like these guys. Look at this bird I drew. I really love it because of the 3 dimensions. That's what it is. But look at this cool looking structure that I did. All right, so let's see. How can we make this guy look more like a robot owl? I don't know. Maybe he needs to have more structure on his feather, or this, whatever this is called, the ear. I don't know what this is called. It's like the feather ear or something. And then, I know, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it look like a curved little bar on this thing. Whoa, now he's looking very sinister. And then this one's going to go like this. It takes time for it to really develop as you do it. And I normally don't yap away while I'm doing this so I can think through it, but I'm not thinking through it properly. But here we go. Look, I'm going to get a thicker fine liner, and I'm going to do this on the eyeballs. Check this out. I'm going to make the eyeballs look like little sockets. So I'm just doing these like these lines around the edge like that. And then this one's going to go like this. And I'm probably going to, really cool way to make things look robotic. And it's really kind of tricky to do this. But to get like a thin marker and really give it like this thin lines around the line. And it's kind of a challenge to try to make it look really close to that edge. Because it kind of, I don't know why, but to me it makes it look more mechanical. And you do this, and you do that. I mean, is it starting to look like a robot? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. More yellow. I'm not sure about this thing. I like this guy. I like this control panel. This is cool. It doesn't really look like a robot so much, but it looks like an owl. I did a whole bunch of sketches of owls the other day, trying to come up with different ways to draw an owl. Let me see if I can find one of them. Oh, this is just a quick. So I just did this. I did this. I mean, basically, all you have to do is kind of make V's, circles, triangle nose, and then do this kind of thing. Look. And you got an owl. It's easy to do. I mean, that looks like an owl just by doing that. And then you start kind of decorating it and making it look more. And you just kind of make an owl. And then you write the word owl. Owie. Owie the owl. Owie the owl, his talons really stick to people. Yeah, this guy's he looks a little like Angry Birds. Oh, man. I don't know if I want him to look like Angry Birds. How can I make him look less like Angry Birds? You know what it is? It's the thickness of his chin over here. I should have made his head go closer there, but I'm going to stick with it, and I'm going to try to maybe I can make it look mechanical in his neck. Let's see. If I do this, I think I do want these to be more feather-like. I was making them triangles, but I think I want them to be like curves. And I'll do this, and I'll go there, and then I'll do this one. I'm just trying to draw my robot owl. I'm sorry I'm not doing watercolor, and I'm sorry my voice is scratchy, but it's very scratchy today. My voice is so scratchy. Can you hear me okay? I put the microphone close to me because I can't talk loud, and I have a slime workshop later today. I'm not going to be able to scream. I was playing catch with Lachlan last night in the yard, and he was talking to me like we were far away, and I was like, what? And he's like, talk louder, Dad. I was like, I can't, Lachlan, I'm talking low. Because I didn't want to scream because I don't want to hurt my voice. Whenever I get a little congested, my voice goes. Oh, let me tell you the funny story about the owl. Okay, so this is a funny story about owls. As I draw my robot owl, I'll tell you a funny story about an owl. A couple of years ago, Lachlan, Luke, and I were driving upstate to visit my friend's house, and we're getting there really late as I kind of try to figure out how to make this guy look more robotic. And we're on this dark road. I probably told this story to some of you. You might have heard it. But just before I do that story, see how I did that kind of thing right there with that little line work? It sort of makes it look more robotic. It really does. So that's what you want to do. You want to just kind of keep making like these surfaces and then do stuff like this. Look. just making those little dots like that. It's like those little nuts and bolts of the metal. And then just give it like some extra thick stuff and little thin lines like this. It kind of makes it look like you're building the wing of the amazingly cool robotic owl. Okay, so here we are driving upstate, three of us, Luke, Lachlan, and I, and we're going to visit our friends. And it's dark. There's no lamps. There's no, what do they call those things? Street lights. It's pitch black. We're on this road. Nobody's there. It's not super late, but it's late and it's dark. And I say to Luke and Lachlan, how crazy would it be if an animal came running out of the forest right about now? And at the exact same time that I said that, this is how I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to tell the story in a couple of ways. So this is the story. As I say this to my kids, Luke, Lachlan, how cool would it be if an animal came running out of the forest? At this point, I'm driving on this road. Luke is in the front seat. Lachlan's in the back. And this, what I thought was a deer, came running out of the trees, but like up at the top of the trees. And I was like this. It was a deer in my mind because it all happened so fast. And it started coming right toward us, and it was glowing. And the reason it was glowing is the headlights were on. And all of a sudden I go, "Wah!" At the same time, Luke and Lachlan are both screaming, "Wah!" And this thing flew. It wasn't a deer. It was an owl. It was a white barn owl. And it flew right at our car. Like it was coming straight at us. And then it went right over our heads, and we like saw its face and its wings. Now, you know when you see something like that, you exaggerate the size. I don't know if I'm exaggerating the size, but the wings of this owl felt like they were wider than our car. And Luke and Lachlan can attest to this because they said, yeah, that was the biggest thing I've ever seen. I didn't know, and someone said owls can be big, but I don't know about that big, but big. It flew right over. It thought we were like something to eat. Like it saw the lights, because I guess in nighttime with their big eyes and they look at stuff, I'm going to go back to my picture in pictures so you can see my beautiful owl. I mean, that was the craziest animal encounter experience I've ever had. That was so crazy, I cannot even tell you. We still talk about that every time we go out there, because we go to visit that house a couple of times a year to my friends. And every time we go out there, we go, wow, can you imagine we see an owl again? I mean, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. How can I make this look more robotic? I gotta give it some context to make it more robotic, but I don't know what context to give it yet. So I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just keep going and keep making these cool lines. But yeah, that owl story, that was the craziest story. I got an idea. I'm going to do little lines like this, like little circles. It's going to really look like a robot. And then this goes like this, and this comes over there like that. And this is my robot owl, and I love him. Owie. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to name him Owie. I got to blow my nose soon, I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to do that soon. But if I do that, I'll go off camera. You'll see me blow my nose. I want to write Owie here, but I don't know if I should do it. So I did this. I put this here because if it looks good, I'm going to frame it. I don't know if it's going to look good enough to frame, but maybe I'll frame it anyway, and it'll be my owl for all the world to see in the frame. And I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to make these lines. What do you think? I mean, you could just make a regular owl, but it's so fun to do this because it gives you more opportunity to do all these cool little pieces there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep making my owl look with all these rivets, and then I'm going to start coloring them in different colors, and I'm going to use different yellows to start. I'll go do this one here, I'll do this one here, and I'll take this like lighter color here, and I'll put that one over there, and this one over here, and I'm just kind of blocking out some color. Get some blue, and then I'm going to finish it off with the triplets fine liners, the gray one. Where's my light gray? This is my light gray, and then I'm just kind of giving it noise like this, And I'm gonna go like this. Look, I'm gonna put this like this. I'm gonna undo my picture-in-picture because you're gonna hear me blow my nose now. Whoa! I gotta blow my nose. I don't get this often. Once in a while, I get like the sniffles. I have allergies. I don't know if there's allergies or like I hate to say a cold because I don't want to say I have a cold and then do a slime workshop later. If you're watching this and you're saying, "Oh, I'm coming to the slime workshop," I won't stay near people. But when you start sniffling like this, I felt yucky yesterday a little bit. I feel better now, but man, I drove upstate yesterday to the print shop where I make the sketchbooks. I'm gonna have a big announcement. I wanted to write an email about the sketchbooks, but man, I have so many sketchbook orders, and I picked up like a lot of them, and I picked up the paper. Finally came in. I was on back order, and so I ordered all this paper, and now I have it. And now after this Little Pulp Sketchbook Club, I'm gonna start binding books and packing books and emailing people saying, "I'm sorry it took so long, but you're gonna get your books now." I'm doing this. I thought it was on a picture-in-picture. I'm sorry about that. Look at this. I'm just drawing and talking. Man, look at this guy. Is it looking like a robot owl yet? Sort of. Not really. I mean, it looks like an owl with a bunch of dots all over his wings. But I gotta put some. That's what I gotta do. I know how to make this look more robotic. I'm gonna give him like Darth Vader colors on his buttons. That's hard to see. I think I have to erase some of this pencil lines so that the light. Yeah, look at that. Look at these beautiful buttons. Doesn't really look like a button there. I gotta get lighter colors. I think I need the orange. Yeah, the orange color works. Look at this guy. It does not look like a robot. Oh man, I'm upset right now. I'm not upset. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna make it look like a robot. I mean, my elephant doesn't look like super like a robot either, but I love him. I love this elephant. Look at this elephant. Look at this guy. He's so cool looking. His trunk is really dragging down below. It would curl a little bit, but I didn't know how to do this. But look, he's got little wheels for his trunk, for his like legs. This guy's got these talons. Maybe I'll make him have blue talons. Maybe he's got blue on his feet. And then I'm going to do some of this. Look. Look what I'm doing. You're not going to see this right away. But if I put some blue, the coolness of the blue color, it's hard to... This is really hard to see on the screen, but you see what I just did? I put some blue on the bottom over there, and it kind of darkened that up a little bit. You see what I'm doing right there? You see that? You're not really seeing so much of it, but see that little bit of blue over there? It just kind of gives it like it's like a depth when you kind of build the colors out like this. See how I'm kind of giving them some kind of cool texture? Yeah, you got to be very careful how you do this with the markers because the markers are so dark. So you want to kind of have the color built a little bit prior to doing that thin line work with the triplets fine liners. If you're using triplets fine liners, because it gets a little crickety when you do that. But look, see. What do you think? Anybody else drawing an owl? Are you drawing owls? Stella, Sarah, Jackson, you guys drawing owls? Man, I hope you're drawing owls. Or just a bird of some sort. Maybe people are scared of owls. I don't know. Is anyone afraid of an owl? I wasn't even afraid that day when it came at me like that. And I think I have to figure out how to make his body like really robotic. But I don't know how to do that now because I have so much going on over here. And then inside this body, I was going to do those little, like I was going to do this pattern the whole time. But I'm not sure that that's what's gonna, that might just make it look a little more confusing. I don't know. I kind of like it, but I want to figure out how to make his neck. But I can't figure out how to do this. Maybe I'll do stuff like this. Maybe this will help. Just making little dotted lines in different places kind of helps it look sort of like a robot. Oh, that's not bad. Wait a second. Look at this. So this kind of looks like that. Whoa, now I'm doing something here. I need a pencil to figure this out. Yeah, look at this. I mean, I'm just gonna make it look super like mechanical. And just making these cool lines all around it that sort of give it like some cool structural. I don't know how to explain what I'm doing, but what I like to do when I draw is I just sort of, I kind of just let my imagination wander, and I just kind of try to do different things, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. I will show you what I mean. I'm going to get my robotic book, and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Yeah, so I'm taking a break from this because I like what I'm doing here, but I'm not sure what I'm doing, so I need to kind of think through it. So look, this is one of my daily doodle books. Oh man, I gotta zoom out a little bit. Hold on a second, let me show you this. Robot Owl. So this was a book that I never finished doing the decoration on my daily doodle book, and so this doodle book will be filled with black and white drawings of animals, robots, and robotic animals, and maybe some other things too, because I like to do that. I like to draw robotic animals. I didn't put anything on the first page, but that's the bird you saw. I showed you that already. This is a giraffe that I kind of tried to block out and make look like a robot, but I kind of really like the way this drawing looks, so I left it alone, but I'm not done with that one. Maybe someday. This is a crocodile that I was trying to make robotic, but, you know, robotic animals, animals that are robots, you know. This was one that I didn't like, and I kind of failed, and I stopped working on this, but it's supposed to be a bunny. But you see all this kind of three-dimensional drawing of the eyeballs and stuff like that. I don't know how good that looks, but, and then this was, I ended up making a wood carving of this. I really like this shape. I didn't want to touch that, so I left it alone. And then look at this. It's like this bird study of like a leg, and I'm trying to make this like structural looking legs and stuff like that. So that's what I tried to do. And then I never finished it. I never did more robots on here. Maybe I'll add this robot owl here if I like it. But you see what I'm saying? So within the context of what I just showed you and my elephant, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make it look like robotic, like cool robotic. I'm gonna drink some water. Man, it's hard for me to talk. My voice is like shot. Blue. I'm going with the blue on the wing because I got this little splashes of blue here and some blue over here. Yeah, I zoom in a little bit. Hold on, let me move in case I mess this up. See, I have like a little blue over here and a little blue over here. So I'm going to repeat that blue, and I'm going to put some really strong blue over here to base. I'm going to start this with a base of strong blue over here. And I'm going to put a little blue on this thing right there. Not too much, just with some dots because I'm going to give it some noise, and then I'll pick it up with some yellow. I want this to have a little more pop color because I want it to look like it's sitting above his eyeballs. So I'm going to do that, and then I got to get that blue pencil, which is over here, and give him a little blue over there. Oh, that's turning into green, but that's okay. See how it kind of looks like it's popping out? Man, it does look a little green. And now I'm going to just go with a little bit of the gray. Just give it some noise. And I'm just kind of taking my triplets fine line, a very light gray color, just building it up like this. And man, it looks a little green, but that's cool. I don't mind it. I'm not loving it. But I do have this white jelly roll, which I can kind of, if I don't like the color of something, I'll take this jelly roll and I just kind of do little specks like this, like little like dots, and it lightens it up a little bit. You're not seeing that too much on the screen. Oh, sorry, my picture-in-picture. There I am. So inside the eyeballs, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe I'll do some light gray like this. And I'm not sure about this. I still don't know what I want to do inside the body. I want to give him more of like this metal look over here. And I think I want to do this. I want to make a little more thickness on the wings so that it looks robotic in some way. See that little bit right there? Just that little bit right there, that little dimension. Kind of helps. Kind of helps to make it look robotic. I don't know, at least to me it does. And then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. Yeah, so June 21st. That is like a week before I have to remove everything from this space. I am going to have an art sale / party / I don't know what. I don't know what I'm going to do. Get like snacks. Maybe pizza again. I did the pizza already the other day at the sketchbook pizza party. That was fun. I'm leaving this one like not that color because I'm not sure about this. I might even just go like really dark and just do like this. Look at this. Whoa, now he's going to look very sinister. It's too dark. Too dark. I made it too much. But it's not terrible. Maybe I should put some of that light blue under. Oh, there goes my microphone. This is my microphone. I put it on a piece of foam so that I can do this and I don't have it scratching against the table. But look. I'm going to put a little blue there, and I'm going to get a little bit of like a purpley color, I think. No, not purple, but like what's the opposite of blue? Orange. I need some orange underneath like this. When you get like some blues going and you add a little orange, the complementary color of blue is orange, and it makes it like a brownish kind of color, but when you're mixing all the colors together, it does give it like a grayish tone, which is not bad. And then maybe in the back, I will get some orange colors like this. Ooh, maybe I'll make it like a super bright orange in the background. Now I'm starting to think out loud, which I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but because of the blue, I'm going to give him a little bit of shading in the background. I really don't know what to do over here. I don't know what to do with the control panel and stuff like this. Oh, I know. No, I need a thin mark. I need a super thin. Oh man, I gotta get this book. This is my pen sack. I gotta get my pen sack over here and look for one of my super thin .005s, which is this guy, which is brown. I don't know if I want to use brown, but this is like a reddish color. I don't know the other one. Here's a black. Look at these things. Check this out. These are super thin, .005. I got them in different colors. Let's try this. Look at this. You see what I did? I'm not loving it, but I did that. And I should have done black, but I got this darker brown color. I already darkened that one in, so I'll darken this one on the bottom. I'll darken this one. And now I'm just doing like little lines. You probably won't even see what I'm doing here, but I really want this to look like mechanical of some sort. Let me see if I can do this. It's just you want to make it look like it's something, like there's gadgetry or something. I don't know. I'm going to put some green on his body, maybe. Now I'm just thinking out loud and I'm drawing quietly. I'm doing a little bit of both. But look, I got it. I'm going yellow on the inside. Like this. See what I'm doing? On these little things? I guess these are just like his feathers, which I will probably bring out through the whole body because this is happening right now in front of you, but I'm struggling with this one because I don't know how to resolve the neck. So I think what I'm going to do is just something like this because I want to separate this piece from that piece. It's a struggle. Drawing is a struggle, and I'm struggling with this one, but I like it. Sometimes the biggest struggles that you do in drawing are the ones you love the most. Do I have it here? No, I don't. I do. My biggest drawing, my most proud drawing that I've ever made in my whole life is in this book. In all of the drawings I've done a lot of drawings in my life. In this book is the one I'm most proud of. I think it's in this book. I hope it's in this book. I'm going to find it. If it's in this book, I'm going to find it. There it is. Look at this thing. Let me show you on the whole screen. Look, I'm gonna blow my nose while I do this again. Look at this drawing. This drawing took me months to do. I can keep this little thing over here because I'm so proud of it. Sorry for the nose blowing. But look, I'm the most proud of this drawing in my whole life because it took me months to do, because I drew these scribble scrabble lines one day, and then slowly with one of these very thin markers, every day for months, I just drew a little bit at a time. Just a little bit. Not a lot, like 5 minutes a day. And I kept with it for months. I'm not gonna lie, some days I didn't do it for a couple of days. But every day for a couple of minutes, I would do this on and off for several months. And then when it was all said and done, this was what I got. And this was the last thing I did. I drew a heart because I was so proud of myself. I was never more proud of any drawing. I mean, I love this elephant drawing, and I love other drawings that I've done. But this one, man, I love this one. Oh, I did a robot in this book, too. I think I just flipped through it. Let me show you robots. We'll talk about robots, too. Look at that robot. Oh, that's a crazy robot. You see all like those facets and the little rivets? So I like to do that. I wanted to try to draw a robot flower, but I didn't really. My closest to a robot flower is in this book. My book of flowers. In this book, I tried to draw, not robot flowers, but I tried to make these like flower-looking, like kind of structural-looking flowers where I try to make them look almost robotic, but not really. Yeah, this is too dark. I'm a little upset about this darkness of this guy. Maybe I can... These jelly rolls don't always... Let me see if I can do this. Look. This jelly roll might be out of ink. I love these jelly roll things, but they run out fast. Yes, look at this. I'm lightening them up with jelly roll. You see what I'm doing? Oh, look at this. Oh, man. Yeah, he's too dark in that spot. Maybe if I make the other one darker, it'll be better, but maybe not. Maybe I leave it like that because I kind of like the oddness of it. I'm going back to my curvy things. The featheries. Like this. And I should have drew this guy a little bigger because then I could do things like subtle shadow underneath each one of these guys, which is what I want to do. But that's a little too meticulous to this in this kind of size because my drawing is not super big. So you're not going to really pick up on much of that. But what's happening here for me, and what I'm getting upset about right now, if you want to know what brain is, how my brain is operating, this area right here, like, so this, I like this. Don't love that. And I don't like this so much. I don't like how this is all resolving itself, like how the neck and his head, like, I sort of like this. I like this. I like this kind of shape that's being created here. That's kind of interesting to me. See that shape that just got created there? I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to darken some of these areas in. And then I like this a little bit, but not so much. This I kind of like over here. I don't know what's going on over here, so I think I might have to just leave that like that. I'm a little upset about it because I want this to be separate, but maybe if I just do like some rivets. No, that didn't work. I'm not loving that. Maybe I make it just super dark. Whoa, I think I got it. I know what to do. I'm going to dismiss this one thing right here. I'm going to make his neck bigger like this. You see what I'm doing? Whoa, now I got something here. I got an idea. I just fixed what I was upset about. I'm very happy with that now, except not so much about that, but now I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do. Look at this. That's how I'll resolve that. And then I'm going to bring this like this. Now I'm going to do this. Look, I'm going to go in like that. This is going to come down like this. Now I'm not sure. Now I don't know. Now do I do... I'm sorry that I'm kind of thumbing through this thing in my brain. I hope you guys are drawing owls while I talk through this. But now I'm trying to figure out if I should darken all of these things in. And I don't know if I should. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to put little lines like this. My cool little line work that I like to do. I'm going to do that. And I don't mind that, except it's a little too close to this guy. So I'm not sure how the box with all the gears is going to show up now when I do this. That's what I'm thinking about. This is the kind of stuff that goes on in my brain when I draw. I'm talking out loud, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I don't love it. I'm a little upset about this V-shaped. What do you think of my owl? I don't love him. I love him. I mean, I like it. I like it. I like it. It does look like Angry Birds. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm not going to abandon this. I'm going to struggle with this thing because I want it to look good. And I'm going to put a little pink over here on this end. I think pink is better than orange. Maybe that's going to be the secret. What do you think of that? You see it? Can you see the pink yet? Is it popping out yet? Oh man, it's really nice. I never really work with colored pencils the way like they're supposed to be worked with because I don't really know how to work with colored pencils the way they're supposed to work with. But I watch these videos of these people doing stuff like this and then it turns into something that looks amazing. I don't know how they do that. But maybe they do it like this. I'll just kind of use it very painterly and I'm going to paint with the colored pencils and give it like a pinkish coral. Just use a couple of different colors. Like this. I think his body is a little too squat and this part is really upsetting to me. I'm sorry I'm being negative. I love it. I don't want to be negative. I'm happy with what I'm doing because I'm struggling with it. Sometimes in life you have to struggle with your drawings, and if you don't want to struggle with it, you can just get another page in your sketchbook. But here, because I'm live with you guys, I want to struggle with it. I don't want to just say forget it, I'm going to try to draw a different owl. But it is, I'm struggling with how this looks, but I don't not like it. It's interesting, and I'm going to do everything in my power to make it look really cool before I sign off, because I'm determined to give this owl like something. It needs something. I don't know what it needs. I just figured out what it needs. Oh, ho. Maybe it should have a belt. Look at this. I'm going to give it a belt. Look at this belt buckle. It's going to be like a super cool looking belt. Like a superhero robotic belt. This is what it needed. This is absolutely not scripted and not staged. I did not think I was going to draw a belt on this owl, but that's what I'm doing. I'm going to draw a belt. Not just any belt. It's like a superhero belt. I got it. Look. All right, now I'm liking this. Now, here we go. Here we go. This is like a, no, like this. It's got a small little compartment. Is anybody drawing a robotic owl? Or are you just kind of drawing owls? Or are you just watching this interesting looking... Look at this guy. Can you see it yet? It's not there yet, but it's going to get there. I'm going to get... I need those thin... I'm going to make it like a brown color. It's like a leather belt. I don't know if it's a leather belt, but maybe it's the leather... The strap is leather. And then the gadget stuff isn't. It's like, I don't know, it's something. I'm just going to get different colors and start kind of building out the belt. And what can be inside the belt's buckle that makes it look robotic? I don't know, but I'm going to give this, like, I'm going to build some baseline yellow, and then I'm going to get some of this orange. I want to make this, the strap look kind of like leather. So I'm going to just build it with some orange and some reddish colors, some browns. Look at this. And now what I have to do here, you don't need to know that, but it's important, is this guy right here. I have to figure this out because I want this belt to look like it's going underneath that wing. So I need to, yeah, this is like, here we go, look at this. I'm gonna do some dotted lines over there, some dotted lines over there. This is gonna be this super thin, it's like a digital screen maybe. Look at this guy. Now it's looking like a robot. Robotic banana? Oh man, Clementine, that's cool. I mean, yeah, you can make anything into a robot. That's kind of the fun part about that. That's why I made in that book, I wrote robot animals or robots. I wanted to leave it like open-ended so I don't have to feel like, if I made a sketchbook, I did once before, I made a fish sketchbook. And I said, this is going to be my sketchbook only for fish. And I drew like 10 pages of fish or 7 pages of fish, whatever it is, and then I just stopped drawing fish because I don't want to draw fish. So now when I make sketchbooks that are specific about something, I say, this book will be a sketchbook for fish and or other animals or other fun things that I want to draw. So I try to keep it open-ended because the sketchbook shouldn't really be limited to something specific unless you really are able to do that, which I'm not. I'm not able to commit to doing one type of theme in a sketchbook. I'm gonna do this. I want to put the belt is like underneath and it's looping through, but I don't know yet what to do with the buckle and all that kind of stuff. Not exactly sure, but I'm gonna put some purple in the belly. And the reason I'm putting purple in the belly is because I'm gonna put some yellows on the buckle and I want the purple to sit below. It's like a light purple here. And I want it to sit below the belt and the wings. So that's why I'm putting some purple over here. And also because this is like a pinkish purple orange colors going on in the background, it'll blend a little bit with that purple. So what I'm trying to get at is the complementary colors are purple and yellow. So if I use the yellow on the belt and I purple on the back, it's gonna pop the yellow out more as long as I keep the yellow really strong with some browns and reds and these colors, so that the belt will feel like a cool piece of leather, except I don't know what to do there, and then the body will like sit behind like this, you see, and then I'm going to take this guy and I'm going to do stuff like this, just subtle little lines like that. That's going to give it, I might actually zoom in a little more. Hold on, I'm going to zoom in a little more so you can see it. Yeah, Clementine, please send me a photograph of your robotic banana. That's cool. You see the little lines under there? You put like some subtle lines. I got to darken that. This guy's got to have some darkness for the belt. I love it. It's a superhero, Owie, the superhero robotic owl. Goes at night and warns the cars that a barn owl might come out of the woods thinking that they're like food. That was the craziest thing. My brother John tells me stories about owls just going smacking right into cars because they see the lights and they just think it's like prey, like they think it's something that they're going after. So they go after it and then they abandon it at the last second because they realize, whoa, that's not a cool looking animal that I'm going to eat. It's like a ginormous car with people in it and they're screaming at me. I don't know why they're screaming at me. I'm just this owl sitting in the dark in a forest all by my lonesome, and then this car comes by and just starts screaming at me. I mean, can you imagine what the owl must be thinking? Like, why are these people screaming at me? Flying for real? The sky? Whoa, that's cool. I don't know what that means, but that's cool. Flying for real in the sky? I love it. Let it fly for real in the sky. I like that. I don't know. It kind of looks like a robot. I have to figure out all of what's going on here, and do I bring it down over there? I think I need to bring it down a little bit more, but kind of don't want to do that. Maybe I'll do it with this different color, so it'll be like a transitional kind of wing, or whatever you call these things, like feathers, like this. So it's like a little different, but not super different. Looks like a Star Wars owl. Look at this owl. I'm just gonna do this kind of stuff. I gotta do something like this because it's gotta make sense with the rest of the body. See, it sort of makes sense, but it's kind of like, this is very harsh and it's too high up. I'm still a little upset about that, but I kind of like the way that whole thing resolved itself, but I think I need something to balance it out. So what I'm gonna do is, that's what I'm gonna do over here. Look, watch this. I'm getting to some of the darkness over here to balance the darkness over there. But I'm not going to do it all. I'm just going to do it like in this area, like here maybe. And that's it. Maybe. Yeah, that's kind of cool looking. Maybe I should do more. You're really seeing how I delve into the creative process here, but yeah, see, that's actually looks good. So maybe I should keep going with that. It looks like a Jedi robotic owl of some... I did that too much now. Whoa, live and learn, live and learn. I think I did too much. I shouldn't have done that one. I should have left it there. But I guess now I have to commit and do a little bit more. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this, just subtle. Yeah. Woo! I need to make this through the sky. Yeah, that's cool. Like a robotic through the real sky or something. That sounded cool. I don't know what you're saying, but that's cool. Make it go through the real sky. Look at this guy. It looks like his wings are like a cape of some sort. I think I need something back here. I don't know what that something would be. I need the wing to be a little bit bigger this way. It's got to come out. Yeah, see that? I needed that. And then maybe this goes like this. Yeah, you see that? I mean, he looks like he's wearing a robe. Doesn't he look like he's wearing a robe? I like it though. Owie. Should I write Owie on it? I don't know if I should write Owie. I do want to get like the color going on this thing. Oh man, it's an hour in. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're going for a whole hour, but I don't have a birthday party this morning, so I'm not in a rush, but I do have to. I'm going to go soon because YouTube people tell me not to make it more than an hour. I don't know why they keep saying that. Keep going. Don't make it more than an hour. Don't make it. Whatever you do, don't make it more than 1 hour. Okay, I listen to I try to follow instructions. I like him. You like my robotic owl? It's not my best work, but it's not bad. Look at all the detail I did. So the thing that I like about it is, oh, thanks. I don't know what that means, but okay, yeah. I don't know what Discord is, but maybe. email me, Frank at Little Pulp. But yeah, look at this. Man, I really like this. I like the way he looks. I like all the detail of it, and I hope you like it too. Oh, I'm gonna zoom out a little on this. Let me zoom out so you can see the finished product. I'm gonna put him with my other robots. My robot elephant. Oh man, where's my other robotic bird? Did I put it in the back over here? Oh, I put it over here. Hold on, give me a second. I'll go back on the picture in a second. These are the 3 robots. I mean, it kind of holds up with these guys, don't you think? Look at this guys. Oh man, Owie the robot. I don't name this guy and this guy, but I don't know what these guys are going to be named. I'm going to blow my nose one more time and then I'm going to say a proper goodbye. Man, I love blowing my nose. Oh gosh, I'm sorry about that. All right. That's the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club for the day. I mean, it's so tight and compact. I probably should have made him bigger. I don't know, but I really like him. Owie the Owl. I'm probably going to write his name, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. If I do it, I'm going to make it small, like right there, Owie. Maybe I'll have him go across the steel bar. I do have to make the steel bar a little bit more defined and give some dimension. That's what I'm going to do over there. That's what I'm going to keep doing that. All right, so I hope you guys like this. And it'd be a cool shirt. There you go, robotic owl. I'm going to try to make another robotic owl. I did a couple of sketches on my phone, which is above here. Like quick with my fingers like on a notes app. I did like some cool sketches of owls. I'm going to keep going with the owl robot. I'm determined to make a robot look exactly like an owl. So that's the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. It went so fast because I got really concentrated on this thing. I hope you please send me the robot banana, send me the other thing going to the real sky, and any kind of thing you drew, just send it to me. I want to see it. Man, I want to see it so bad. All right, so I'm going to send an email out. I don't know when, or maybe tonight, I don't know, tomorrow, Monday, sometime soon, with an update on all the sketchbooks and my June 24th art sale / party. It's like a going away party. I'm still looking at that space over there on the other side. I got big decisions to make. I don't know if I want to take it because it's so expensive. Anyway, I'll tell you about that later, but I'm close to making a decision. I'm waiting to hear back from them, and I'm going to send it all out in an email in the next couple of days. As for that, here goes Owie and Frank saying goodbye from the Little Pulp Sketchbook Club. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. And I think it's cold out this morning when I got out. But I hope it doesn't stay cold. And I hope you have a great weekend. And love you guys for being on. And I will see you again. And send me a picture of your owl, bananas, things going through the sky. Whatever you made. Even if it's not a robot, I want to see it. And I'll see you guys later. All right. Have a great weekend. I'll see you again. Bye. Let me send this. I don't know how to end this thing, but I'll see you guys later. Bye.